These resources are so useful and so free, designers from the past would have done absolutely anything just to get their hands on them. We're in. Motion design tools. Battle Axe make incredible plugins. Overlord I think is essential for an Illustrator to After Effects workflow, but they also have some great freebies, scripts and presets like Butt Kappa, where you can change stroke caps and joins with a single click, and Smear, a tool for creating great smear effects, just to name a few. Ordinary Folk, one of the top motion design studios, have a play section on their website with lots of great snippets, rigs, and project files of some amazing work that you can crack open and take a look inside to see just how they did it. Slemmer Creative have some great free presets on their website, including this great box rig that is perfect for all your rectangle animating needs. Zach Lovett, an expression genius, has a huge collection of really useful scriptlets on his site that simplify a whole bunch of annoying tasks. You won't just like it, you'll love it. Zach, call me. I got a dozen of those. Kyle Martinez has a very large collection of his useful scripts available on his GitHub too. Motion Script is a deep collection of useful expressions and expression education by the man/myth/and/all legend Dan Eberts. Just look at these. This man is like Cypher. I don't think he even sees the code.
All I see is blonde, brunette.
AE Scripts plus AE Plugins is the biggest script and plugin repository, many of which are free or name your price. There are too many to cover here, but I've got a video that covers some of the best, so save that for later. Get Your Shit Together by Justin McClure is a place to learn all about file structure and project organization. This opened my eyes to the possibilities of a beautifully organized project. You can also download and see how other creatives organize their projects too. Imagery and video. Now, it's almost always better to do your own designs and illustrations for your projects, but sometimes that's impossible, so hopefully these help. Wikimedia Commons is a massive free-to-use collection of images, sounds, videos, and other media, and if you're out of ideas, you can click Random File. Think of all the fun you could have with this, or even this. Just check the Creative Commons licensing for each file to see how you can use them, and that goes for pretty much all of these resources as well. Check the license to make sure you're using it correctly. Some require attribution, but it varies from case to case. The Library of Congress has a very large collection of media in nice, convenient categories. This is great for archival imagery, and at this price, it truly is the land of the free. Mixkit has video, audio, and templates for Premiere, After Effects, DaVinci, and Final Cut. It is owned by Envato, so they're sprinkling in some paid assets to entice you over there, but that does come with the territory for a lot of these great free resources.
So that's your little plan! Get us addicted, then jack up the price!
NASA. Again, a wonderfully useful US government site that just looks incredibly boring, but has amazing images of space straight from the source, space. I've used it for backgrounds in many projects. Unsplash is where I go first when I need stock imagery. They're pretty artsy some of the time, completely free and user submitted. Pexels is similar to Unsplash but has video as well, full of great stuff. Pixabay, like Unsplash and Pexels, it has photo, video, but also illustrations, music, and sound effects too. Vecteezy, similar to the previous but with a focus on vector files. You need a free account to download, and it has paid images on there too, but you can filter those out. DrawKit has just about the highest quality of free stock illustrations for 2D, 3D, and icons, and a mix of free and paid packs as well. Texture Labs is an amazing resource for textures in huge resolution. No account is required to download, even for the really big sizes. And if you don't know already, you should know Texture Labs from their amazing YouTube channel, which has some of the best breakdowns of just genius effects in After Effects and Photoshop. Brady is an absolute wizard. Now, where I'm from, all fonts had a chrome gradient. That was the only option, so this is a breath of fresh air. Google Fonts is full of incredibly practical fonts and a great knowledge base with short articles for better typography, and also the top result when you Google fonts. They must have some great SEO. Adobe Fonts. Now yes, this is only free if you have an Adobe license. But most of you probably have that, so don't sleep on Adobe Fonts. They have some absolute classics on there. I recently needed an iconically British font and was pleasantly surprised they had Gill Sans there. waiting. Da font. Now this is the wild west of fonts. Most are not great, to say the least, but if you want a very specific display type to capture a really niche vibe, they do have some good ones if you search past all the ones that you would normally reserve only for your Evanescence fan art. 1001 fonts. Use it wisely and make sure you check commercial free. Font space. Same again, best to sort by commercial use if you're planning on using it for a client, but there are definitely some gems in there too. Color. With coolers, you can press the spacebar to generate new palettes and lock in the colors you like to keep them, or browse trending palettes too. It does feel a little bit like a mobile game with the ads though. Adobe Color lets you generate color palettes and adjust them on color wheels using various color theory constraints, and a really cool accessibility feature where you can check if colors are colorblind safe, which I was surprised to learn affects 8% of people. It also has great tools for extracting color palettes from images and even gradients. Chroma Colors uses AI to suggest color palettes based on you selecting colors you like, but better yet, they have an Instagram account of curated palettes. It's a bit inactive now, but I used it to find colors that were out of my comfort zone for these specific illustrations. Now, the best things in life are free. And some things are only free because I get to plug my course for the next 20 seconds. Okay, there's two of them, a beginner's and an advanced course. There's no time for their names. They're full of practical projects to build out your portfolio while you're learning the skills: morphing, transitions, compositing, timing, effects, workflow, style, tracking, UI, character animation, anticipation, overshoot, eye trace. Also a private community and student collab projects to get involved in, all on Marriott.com. Check out the student testimonials. Time's up. In the future, design resources are a wasteland. I'm here for your icons. Lordicon has customizable free animated icons. You can download it to any format from GIF to MP4. It also includes code for easy website integrations. Opal has 100 animated icons, super customizable with these sliders, and you can download the whole set as a JSON file which gets rendered as SVGs using Lottie on your website. Google Material, Symbols and Icons, a similar offering from Google, a huge range and customizable too. Font Awesome. It has fonts, but also icons. It has a mix of paid and free, and some fun basic animations you can add on there too. Reshot has SVG icons and vector illustrations, and they really emphasize the no attribution, just attitude. No worries, relax with commercial licenses, yes really. Instant downloads, no strings attached, and I think they doth protest a bit too much, but don't worry, I've tested it and woke up with the same amount of kidneys. SVG Repo, free to use SVG icons sorted into categories, no account required to download, and PNG Repo, pretty much the same but with PNGs, or pings as we call them. Audio. Adobe Audition sound effects. Adobe has a huge collection of royalty-free audio you don't even need an account for. YouTube also has a huge library in YouTube Studio with not only music but sound effects, and they've got some good ones. Freesound is a massive library of user-submitted sounds. The quality varies quite a lot, but you can preview the waveform and there's a star rating, so you can quickly find the good ones. Bang, bang, bang. Now I'm only one person with one internet, so I must thank Andrew Marston and Beau for helping me collect these resources, especially the next category, as I'm currently only experiencing the world in 2 dimensions. 3D. And to make it fun for myself, I'm going to try to find the weirdest asset from each of these. Turbo Squid. One of the largest repositories of 3D models. Even I had heard of this one. Well, I'd slightly misheard of it and was actually browsing turboquade.com for a number of years. Quixel Megascans is a massive collection of free models and textures for Unreal Engine. Not only do they look amazing, but they have so many pork pies. Polyhaven has free textures, HDRIs, and photoscanned models. Pixel Lab is a large collection of freebies that you can get by signing up to their newsletter. Sketchfab has lots of objects that you can sort by free, but make sure to check license before using commercially, which goes for, again, pretty much all of these. CG Trader has 277 pages of models that are tagged free. Dimensiva has free interior design models. Happy Toolbox has stylized freebie models with a very cute ghost. Effectatron is a great YouTube channel with a Gumroad containing a few freebies and many assets that are less than $10. Beau tells me that these are very professional quality and underpriced, so get them quick before he realizes. Free 3D has lots of free and paid models of varying degrees and quality. I can attest to that, and no real way to filter out the free options that we can tell. 3D Sky is a large collection of 3D assets, mostly interiors, but they've got some very snug sleeping bags too. That's enough. I'm going back to my own time. But in the meantime, please enjoy the last few years of Civilization by taking in this video of my past self breaking down my favourite free After Effects plugins. Oh, and invest in kombucha-powered Geiger counters. It'll make sense in a few years.